Weird. All right, let's do this again. Okay, but you don't want to see my credit union. Oh my goodness, why? There we go. Is that Adrienne? Can you give me a thumbs up for the team call slide showing? Is it showing? Yeah, okay, awesome. All right, so hello everyone. Welcome to our weekly Essential Island Living team call. I am Liza and I am super excited and grateful to have you guys here tonight and for our call for tonight. So before we dive into our product education with Adrienne, I want to just give a few updates. So first, Adrienne is going to educate us on an oil that was a limited time offer oil. So you might not have your hands on it. And but it's also exciting because at some point it might become available again. Updates. If you are eligible for leadership, please be sure to register. You just can Google doTERRA leadership. There is a virtual option as well as an online option. So far, we have about 9 people confirmed from our community attending leadership in March 23rd to the 27th. So we're really, really excited. Be sure to take your vitamins. Yeah. We're really excited about that. Now, if you can't join us live, please register for it online. But we would love to have you. In order to meet qualifications, you need to check the website, check with your enroller and your upline support. Okay, here's a big announcement that I just posted about. The Evolve toolkits were tweaked a little bit. So Dr. Hill, as he's going out and he's doing his training and so forth, decided that one oil that all of the kits were missing were wild orange. So the relief kit, the immunity kit, and the adaptive kit, the mind and mood kit was added the wild orange. Now the immunity kit added a wild orange and an on guard touch. And then you know how you can buy all 3 together. So if you buy all 3 collections, one wild orange was added and the on guard touch. Okay. So I don't have graphics. I did post the text. However, when I copied and pasted the text, it says the changes are in bold and you can't see the changes. So I will work on some graphics and some posts on that tomorrow. But just so you guys know, it's a pretty minor price change. I think a wild orange is 10 or 11 PB. And then the immunity kit also added the on guard touch. Stay tuned. Wellness Week is scheduled for February 14th through the 19th. Stay tuned for next week's team call. Both myself and both myself and Kanani are still here. So stay tuned for next week's team call where we will share more about that. We've gotten some feedback questions. As a leadership team, we talked and we do see the value of having a offering for customers, current customers for Wellness Week, as well as potential customers. So what we're wrestling with is, do we do a group, just a Wellness Week, and it's just invite current customers of ours that need education and invite new potential customers? Do we just mix everybody together or do we do those separately? So that's something that we're going to talk about. So stay tuned for more details about that. And then next week we will share, the Vielas had already shared their first Wellness Week information with you guys. So we'll share that again, offer an updated graphic to invite and that kind of thing. And honestly, you guys, Wellness Week was an incredible, huge success. So I really encourage you to even get 2 or 3 people in there, regardless of if it's potential customers, current customers, or a combination of both. Really encourage you to just get a few people in there. It was really, really great. And thank you again to the Vielas for just really organizing all of that. Big announcement. We have 4 people in our community that are going to be participating in Diamond Club. And so for those of you that are not familiar with Diamond Club, Diamond Club is really for people who want to be diamonds, to be perfectly honest. It is where you are building a community, and your ultimate rank goal is to become a diamond. And so what this means is you're teaching regularly, which all of these people are doing, or having one-on-ones, you're educating regularly, you're enrolling, and your team is enrolling. And basically what you get is what we all have access to is going to be a very full community calendar. The Vielas and Nat are tag teaming on the current Tuesday class, which has been a huge success. Kate's going to be adding a weekly class. Kanani's going to be adding a weekly class. So this just means more and more and more opportunity for us to invite people and to grow our community. And they also get free oils if they enroll. And they also can get free points if they enroll and then do a subsequent LRP. So what I will do is I will have the Diamond Clubbers present something formal next week. I mean, we'll still be early. I think it'll be like February 2nd or something. So I'll have them present something a little bit more formal, telling you guys about Diamond Club, how it works, and then we'll do a little bit of Q&A. But for those of you that are familiar with Diamond Club, so Kate's team is doing it. So obviously Kate's team is going to, partner with her in her Diamond Club journey, which she is doing it now for the second time. Kanani is doing Diamond Club now for the second time. The Vielas are doing Diamond Club for the first time, and so is Natalia doing Diamond Club for the first time. So super, super exciting. And that just means perks for our customers and lots of education. So we will share more about that next week. I'm trying to think if anything else. Okay, before I have Adrienne shared, because she's gonna go from product ed right into, I asked her tonight to really just join us and share with us her journey with this business. I know she doesn't like necessarily to always be recognized, but I'm gonna just say it. She's killing it this month. She has big goals. She wanted to qualify not only to go to leadership, but help Krista, her daughter, who's one of her qualifiers, qualify as well. So between the two of them right now, they have 16 enrollments for the month. And so, but beyond that, I think really her story and journey about in this business so far is something that we are all going to learn from. So I'm really excited about that. But before I have her share, I want to tell you guys a story. So the other night I did a team call for, I'm recording this. I did a team call for somebody, and there were about as many people, 26 people. We have 26 people tonight. And you guys, only like 2 or 3 people had their cameras on. And it was legit the most awkward. Like, the people were great. They were active in the chat and everything. I know not everybody can turn on their camera. So believe me, if you're laying with your kids, if it's not possible for you, but just for future reference and for tonight, if you can turn on the camera, especially when people come to visit or people are putting themselves out there and share, I think that really makes a big difference, because I had never done a team call where I had felt so uncomfortable. Like, I felt like I was talking to myself the entire time because the whole screen was blank. So this is just my little plug that when we have guest speakers, I don't care if I'm talking to you guys right now and all your cameras are off, because you guys are my team. I know who's behind all of those names. But when you don't know the people behind the names, you're already nervous, and then you're like, I mean, some people might like that, but I didn't like it. It made me feel really crappy. So I'm guessing none of those people are going to actually watch the recording of our team call, so I think we're safe. But just for future reference and for tonight, if you can turn on your cameras as Adrienne shares from her heart, we would really, really appreciate it. So I will close the call out and we will have a Q&A with Adrienne at the end, but I'm going to go ahead, shut up, and turn it over to her. You good, Adrienne? You have, oh, there you go. You're perfect.
Okay. Hi, everybody. Let's see. Thanks, Liza. That's actually on my sheet to ask if everybody would turn their cameras on when I do my other thing. But okay, so I'm not sure why my computer is not, there it is. Okay, yay. Hi, everybody. I hope you saw my post that asked that you get your Ravintsara out. Now, I know that Liza said that you're unable to get that. So stay tuned for the end because you can get it. And I will show you how, okay? So this is definitely an oil you can get. So Ravintsara, that is a term that's Malagasy. Ravint means leaves and Sara means good for you. Thus, the name of the tree means the tree with good leaves, and is also referred to as a medicinal tree. Now, for me, doing this product education really made me more connected to the trees and the plants that are in the bottles. And as a Hawaiian, and for those of you who are from here, like Lapa'au is a big deal. If you had great grandparents that gave you like weird plant things to ail your stomach or your throat. So this totally like spoke to me. So Ravintsara, you can use it two ways, aromatically. So, you know, in your diffuser, I'm thinking everybody on here has nose aromatic. So it's up here. It's also topical, right? So on your skin. And then there's also an S for sensitive. So it might be a little sensitive. So you'll want to use it with a carrier oil for those of you who are really sensitive. It's sourced in Madagascar, which is an island off of Africa. And the leaves are steam distilled. Okay. There. Okay. So I got all my information by Googling. So if you Google doTERRA Ravintsara, you will come up to a link, and in that link is a sheet with all the information that I'm pretty much going to give you. This is a Ravintsara video, and so I just kind of took clips from it. So Ravintsara is sourced from leaves. So these are women that are picking leaves with their bare hands. Imagine pulling mango leaves off the mango strip. Yeah, I mean, I would be sore, but they're doing it the whole day. Below them is a bag, and they pick the leaves, put it in the bag, and then I'll show you the next picture. But one of the things that I wanted to show you is the people behind the bottle is that doTERRA being established in this area of Madagascar, they provide extra income for over 2,000 families. Majority of them, women are making the money as harvesters because men are working with the livestock. So here's the bags. After they stuff the bags with leaves, they tie it up, they put it on their head, and these women are walking toward the distillery. The leaves are steam distilled within 24 hours. They come, they get it weighed, it gets logged in a book, and they get paid right away. So you'll hear that most of the farmers get paid within 48 hours. The Ravintsara leaves, because they have to get distilled right away, they get paid right away. So that's really a great perk for them. And I just really wanted to take some time to really see, just really look at, you know, like just really sit and look at these women. These are the women that represent the back of the bottle, and we represent the front of the bottle. There is absolutely nothing different between us and them. They have dreams, they have goals, they're earning a living for their family, and they're bringing these oils to us. And we have the same thing, and we're bringing these oils to the people around us. And then just as a side note, they're in 2 to 3 years from when, I don't know when this video was done, they're hoping to put in their own laboratory. They have a distillery there, but they don't have a laboratory. So that's their next step goal. If you watch the video and listen to the podcast, you'll learn a lot more about what's going on back there. So here you'll see that it takes a pound of leaves, steam distilled, to make the 5 ounce Ravintsara. It only comes in 5 mil. 5 mil. There's 24 published studies, so not that many, but still there's a lot of research. There's research on it. Majority of the chemistry is made up of more than 2 things, but the 2 things that are shown here is eucalyptol, which is also known as cineol, I think is how you say it, and then sabinine. I don't know. If you know how to say it, just unmute and say it so we can get the right pronunciation. And then you'll see the oils that it works well with there. Now, the 3 top, you didn't see terpenol, but eucalyptus is the main. It's got a little bit over 50% of that. And you will also find that same chemistry in these other oils that doTERRA carries: eucalyptus, abode, rosemary, tea tree, basil. And it's known as a respiratory function. It helps with respiratory functions, cleansing, skin health, insect repellent. So that's just eucalyptol, right, or cineol. It also has sabinine and aterpenol. And so those are the other oils that also have the same chemical compounds. I thought it was really interesting to learn what has what. And then these are just some precautions that, skin sensitivity, keep out of reach of kids. If you're pregnant, nursing, or under doctor's care, talk to your doctor. And of course, all essential oils, avoid eye, ears, and sensitive areas. We won't mention what those sensitive areas are. Ravintsara now, okay, so for me, I totally connected with the native people, being a native people here. This tree is highly regarded and of great value. And the traditional belief is it removes the evil eye and stimulates the spirit in a positive way. I found it interesting because I was just talking to someone from Mexico, and they were talking about the evil eye and putting some egg or something underneath. So I just thought that, wow, that's a traditional thing that people, do around different areas. Some beliefs were trapped that this oil or this plant helped the leaves, that is, traveling into your subconscious. And if they're trying to clear a space, I'm not quite sure what that means by clearing a space. I would imagine evil spirits, they would burn the leaves. They also made tea out of it. They would rub the leaves on their chests, and they would steam the leaves and inhale them. And that is the native people. Now, we're not talking about how we use the oil, okay? So these are some usages for our Ravintsara oil. Now we're talking about our oil. 1 to 2 drops of in Epsom salt bath. Now, I've never done an Epsom salt bath, so I don't know if you put the Epsom salt and then you put the drops on the Epsom salt. Okay, Eliza's shaking her head. And then you pour it in the water. Yeah, okay. So you heard it there. So an Epsom salt bath, you can diffuse 3 to 4 drops in your diffuser. It has a eucalyptus wood tree smell. Few drops in a spray glass with water. And they actually refer to being able to spray it on your kitchen and your bathroom, or even on your hands to clean it, because it's a cleanser. You can mix it in your facial cleanser, not your moisturizer, but your cleanser. You dilute it with oil for a massage, and then it can also aid in meditation practices. These are the 3 blends. Well, actually, it's not the 3 blend, it's the same blend, but it's found in our Breathe, okay, Ravintsara. So there's Ravintsara and Ravintsara, there's a totally different oil. Now, da-da, this is where you can get Ravintsara, 5 mil, in the respiratory kit on kit 3. That's where I got mine, because I didn't come into doTERRA until May, and the last time they had this was February of 2020. So I forgot to give you a tag so that you stayed in the conversation in case you were thinking, oh, I can't get this. Why do I need to know? I just want to leave you with this one last thing, and this is going to lead into my journey. And that is that this Ravintsara tree is an evergreen tree. and it's actually native to China, Japan, and Taiwan. And I want you to just imagine, I'm just going to read something that was in the podcast, which is also on that sheet that you can listen to. It started off with the Ravintsara saying, have you ever been displaced in an unfamiliar spot, alone, and striving to adapt to overcome your circumstances? The Ravintsara tree has faced a similar struggle. So because it came from China, they don't even know how it came to Madagascar, but it too had to change because it totally changed locations. It grew in an entirely different spot, but it grew and became better for it. And for me, that's just my journey in doTERRA is really, changing, growing, and being better for it. So anyway, I don't know if anybody uses Ravintsara. If you have any, I don't know if there's any chats because I can't see chats, but is there any chats or anybody have any results or anything? Because that's the end of my product education.
So I'll kind of go back. Nothing specific about the oil. Earlier, there was a lot of way to go, Adrienne, cheering you on. Amazing. Spill the beans. What's your secrets? I think when I talked about the enrollments, but also, Ray said, and I have to agree, the part where he said they're working the back of the bottle and we're the front of the bottle. And I know I've heard that said many times, like, the amount of people whose lives are positively affected by one of our bottles of oils is just profound, right? So thank you for helping us to reconnect and ground with that. Kananja says she loves Epsom salt baths for her boys. I do it with my kids a lot too. My son's under the weather. But you're right. I put the Epsom salt. Some people like to use, is it baking soda mixed with Epsom salt? And then you put the oils of choice inside. You can also pre-mix it, but I just keep plain so I can use what oils I like. And it acts as a binder. So it helps to disperse the oils evenly so they're not sitting at the top of the water. Let's see. So Bernice said, great analogy to this changing, growing, and we're excited to hear the connections to your business. Ray said, I've honestly never used it and I will use it now. And I have to agree too. I use a ton of Breathe all the time. And John says, I need to take that out and use during the evening when getting ready to go to bed, clear breathing. My mom said she did a 2-hour Epsom salt bath with oils and it was so good to take off dead skin. Felt almost like a baby skin again. So you can also do that and like brush your skin too. So yeah, I feel like you've encouraged us. I also will admit when there's limited time oils, I tend to hoard them and not use them because I don't know when I'm going to get them again. So thank you for reminding us that this is available in the wellness kits. And actually there are quite a few oils you can't purchase that are hidden within those wellness kits. So just something for us to remember. Okay, awesome. What a great presentation. Thank you. I'm going to go ahead and mute myself now. And if you're ready to just dive in, we would love to hear a little bit about your business journey.
Okay. Let's see where to start. I mean, yeah. Basically, I'm probably going to cry. So, because I'm a crybaby. But I'm just going to start from when I started. So I got in the business. It kind of started with COVID in February of 2020. So pre-COVID or BC, right? Before COVID shut down. And I don't know, it's like I had this gnawing about pursuing pure, which is kind of weird because that is exactly what I was trying to do. I bought a bottle of tea tree because my acupuncturist said, if you're going to fly on the plane, just get tea tree, get a couple Q-tips, roll it in coconut oil, put a drop of tea tree on each, put it in a Ziploc bag, and then every couple hours while you're on the plane, swab your noses because tea tree is antiviral. And there's studies that prove that it kills viruses. Now, whether it would kill, she didn't say it was going to kill the COVID, but it, would help with killing viruses. So I went on my trip with this tea tree, came home, I put it away because I was home, I was safe, so no big deal. But then in April, we were gonna do a DIY project, and it involved a peppermint essential oil that I got from a health food store. But for some reason, my intuition said that this wasn't the best oil that I should be using. And so thus I started searching for pure essential oils, or ones that didn't have chemicals or anything, filler or whatever in it. So I went to, YouTube, and YouTubed essential oils, and ended up watching a whole pile of essential oil YouTubes. And I was surprised what you could do with them. I was like going, what? So it like opened up an entirely new world. And I would say that the one that really sold me was this girl named My Oily House. So I loved her video on the top 10 oils and everything that you could do with it. And I was sold. Now I have a cousin, you know her name's Amanda. She's married to my baby cousin. So her husband and I are first cousins. I'm number one and he's the baby. We're 21 years apart and we have 21 cousins on this line. Okay. So Amanda, Izzy is like a part of our family, although, they're part of our family anyway, but Izzy started coming to our house when she was 18 months old because her babysitter, Auntie Patty, was right up the street from my house. So she would drop her off at my house. I would walk her up later and Amanda would go substitute teach. And we did that for a couple years. So pretty close to Izzy. And so I kind of knew when they were sick, which seemed like all the time. And then periodically Amanda would post that, all the medication she had. And I just thought, oh my gosh, sis, what the heck is going on at your house? We need to have a blessing or something over there. So, and then I don't know, one day that had stopped. And then I had heard that she was doing oils, which I still didn't know what that was. And I don't even know how many years went by. She invited me to one party, which I was completely busy. And that was it. I never heard about it again. But when I decided that I wanted to buy doTERRA, because My Oily House was about doTERRA oils, and it resonated with my spirit, I thought, okay, I'm going to call Amanda, find out like what company she's with. And if she's with doTERRA, then I'm going to buy oils from her, right? So she was with doTERRA, and I really am so grateful to Amanda for like having me a part of the family and posting about her family, and even just the little stories about her oil journey to some extent, because I would not be in this team if it wasn't for Amanda. And this team is a big part of where I am today. If it weren't for this team, I don't think I'd be in doTERRA today. So that's just part of my journey, which you'll hear a little later. So anyway, so got in April. In May, Founders Club, May 15th, May 15, 2020, Founders Club got launched. They were predicting that in 18 months, all 200 spots would be taken, and I wanted a spot. I decided in April, just to buy the oils, and then my husband got excited about the business, and I guess the compensation plan. Like I only recently understood the compensation plan. Like I had no idea what that meant. I just knew he liked it. We were going to build it together, so I jumped. That's just my normal natural thing. So I'm jumping, I'm running. So May 20th, decided to get in the business. Started off with the oil games, had a really hard time trying to do the oil games. Discovered Lisa Zimmer probably 2 weeks into the oil games and liked her way better. So I went her way. And then July, I went Premier. I don't even know how I got to Premier. I just know I was running. I had my head down and bam, I looked up, I was Premier. I'm like, what? But now I am realizing then life hits, right? There's certain things in my family that were going on. And then of course, I also have a 10-year previous network marketing business experience that wasn't very good, fully indoctrinated by what you should do, what you can't do, how you got to do it. I mean, just a lot of indoctrination. And so that kind of came into this business too. And so I had a lot of things that I still have to like detox from that other business. So anyway, I slowly started to not do anything because I wasn't really as motivated as with my original reason, which was to build with my husband. So by December, I had enrolled the last person and probably felt like that was going to be it. But I kept getting texts from Liza and just saying, hey, how you doing? How can I support you? Like just these little things periodically that, you know, hey, if you need help, just let me know. I'm here to support you. That kept me in. And then she would ask me, hey, do you need help with your customers? And of course, you know, I brought out these people in and I felt responsible for them, but I was in denial that I was actually giving them good customer service because I wasn't. But I was kind of lying to you, Liza, that I was. So I just thought, you know, I thought, well, I'll do some, you know, customer service and I'll just make believe that that's like good customer service, but I know it's not. So, but she did that the entire time. And periodically I would come on these team calls because I really enjoyed this community. It's hard to find a good community. I have a great community. I'm part of Celebrate Recovery, and that's like my all-time community. But this is amazing. You have no idea how amazing it is to be a part of this community. So this community really kept me in. So I thought, okay, you know what? I'm not a quitter. And, you know, I want to be a part of this community. I don't know if this business is really going to work, but I should give it at least a year and I should at least go to convention. Because if I go to convention and I'm not convinced then I'm definitely out. So I went to convention and oh my gosh, totally rocked it. And I thought, okay, I'm in, right? Committed to going founders again. Poor Liza, she's probably tired of hearing me say how committed I am. And then I just fall out. But committed to founders again and then got COVID. Like literally landed in California after convention, took a COVID test, negative, okay? 2 days later, positive. I don't know how I got it. So I am quarantining in California. Oh my gosh, 14, 15 days, exhausted to no end. I still have symptoms. And I'll talk more about that. And so anyway, I am like thinking, oh my gosh, so still like committed, but exhausted. And then by the time October came, I'm thinking, I don't know, you know, I don't know if I want to do this again. Oh my gosh. I mean, talk about roller coaster, right? Here we go again, you know, and I'm thinking, I don't know, you know, I'm really tired. But then I don't know, I still kind of stayed in touch. I still did some stuff in the business. And then I somehow got into this GoPro thing. I don't even know how. It's like, I'm a learner. I pick stuff up. That's one of my strengths or weaknesses. It depends on how you look at it. So I went to this GoPro thing with my EE. I keep getting her name mixed up, Miley or Malia, one of them. Anyway, my EE. And then there was like a whole pile of other women and GoPro. So I ended up signing up for GoPro. And then I went to GoPro in December. GoPro like totally rocked my world. And it's still rocking my world. So it totally, he brought on millionaire after millionaire after millionaire, people who were like excited. I mean, it was just like this environment of like, oh my gosh, network marketing is the bomb. We are professionals. Let's stop treating it like some little rinky-dink business and let's be professional. So GoPro, I decided to take his accelerator course, which the accelerator course is, I gotta say, is pretty accelerated. So from January 3rd through the end of the year, I'm in this 1 year accelerator program that is kicking my butt. And I'm not even doing it at the level that I'm supposed to be doing it, but it's really teaching me how to do stuff. And it's really teaching me how to just really organize my thoughts and be professional. And and it's built up my belief in network marketing. It's taught me to build up my belief in my product, which is doTERRA. So it has really pushed my belief to a level where I'm okay. Now my mission is to get natural solutions into everybody's house. That's my mission. That might not be your mission, whoever I'm talking to, but if I can, I'm gonna, no matter who I'm talking to. So then the other thing that's going on is my daughter. So I have an older daughter. She has 3 kids, and I'm thinking everything's fine. So anyway, we have a little problem, or I should say she has a problem. I'm totally okay. That might be denial too on my part. But anyway, so she takes this thing called Landmark Worldwide or whatever. And she totally does a 360 on me. And next thing I know, I'm getting this like apology letter and this grateful letter about what I did to inspire her and everything. I'm thinking, whoa, that's a 360-degree thing. So she invites me to it. And so I've since have done the forum. And that has definitely opened me up personally, because I am brought up in a very dysfunctional, very dysfunctional. We'll just leave it there. So I still have a lot of baggage from my young days. So anyway, so now I am doing GoPro, and I'm also doing Landmark and running doTERRA at the same time. And so yeah. So I am. How much time did I take?
I didn't.
What time do I have?
You're good. It's 8:40. It's 8:40.
Okay. Yeah. And so I think you wanted me to talk about. So okay. So I hope I touched on community, and then you know what? I gotta thank Kanani, because periodically she'll just say, "Hey sis, how you doing?" Oh my gosh, it just pierces my heart. I'm like, oh my gosh, yeah. I mean, so just this community. I mean, there's like a whole pile of you that have just been so loving to me and so belonging, and that's just an issue that I have on my own, that I don't belong, that I don't deserve, that I'm not enough, that like I got to do things all by myself, because if I don't, then they're gonna do them wrong. I can get in trouble. I mean, there's just so much stuff in my brain that I'm like, oh my gosh, turn that stuff off. And Landmark has really helped me to like really stop all the chatter and to be able to move forward. So one of the things that Liza asked me to talk about, or did you want to say anything, Liza, before I talk about it?
Well,
or?
I would like you to talk, but I have to read my mom's comment because I'm cracking up. She says, Adrienne, we all have dysfunction, girl. You're normal.
Thank you,
So
Mom.
I think when we keep that into
yes.
perspective, right, that we all come from some level of dysfunction. But yeah, no, go ahead and jump in, because I know people. Well, so Nat's asking what is Landmark, and I don't know how quickly you can share about that. And then I know that we talked about people are going to want to know, like, how, what specific things are you doing?
Right. So right now I'm in a 90-day run with GoPro, which is Eric Worre. I recommend you go on his Facebook and start to follow some of the things that he talks about. He's amazing. He is actually doing a 90-day run with us. So every day for 90 days, he comes on. Right now he's in Dubai. So he comes on and he trains us as to what to say, what the order to say it, how to do it, how to do a presentation. Right now he's teaching us something that I'm not going to do right now, but I'm listening to it, So for 90 days since January 3rd, and his run is not about network marketing, but his run is about working out. So he's running the same thing, except that he's working out, changing his eating habits, and actually videoing the whole thing and sharing it with us. So Landmark is a personal development group. I guess they've been around for a long time. I never heard of them, but I decided to take it because I wanted the language that my daughter and her husband had really changed, she said, and I wanted the language to be able to relate to her. And I felt like in order for me to really have a a deep relationship with her, it would be easier if I took Landmark and got the language that they were doing. So really it's a self-development course that really gets you to, the forum gets you to stop, like let go of the past so that you can just really be present. And then I'm about to go in this weekend to the advanced course, which is really all about the future and how do I focus now on my future. And it's really, for me, just being present and stopping the chatter. And it really has stopped a lot of chatter for me and really changed me a lot. I am gonna.
Maybe you can just post like a link about it or something in the business group or in the.
Yeah, I mean, I know we're gonna be inviting people to a 3.5 hour thing, so I can easily, do that in the builders group, or how should I do that?
We'll connect.
Yeah, I'll do that when. Yeah.
So
now how do I? So like I have this passion now for. Because of my belief level, and I really say you really need your belief in your product and your belief in you and your belief, just your belief just needs to be high. I mean, I feel that's where I'm at right now. My belief is really high. So I can talk to anybody. So everywhere I go, anybody that I'm talking to, like I had a bug person that was scheduling my house. They called and we were talking about the scheduling, and I'm just friendly anyway. And I goes, hey, have you heard of essential oils? I mean, seriously, that's it. Hey, have you heard about essential oils? And she goes, no, a lot of people never heard of it. Seriously. So then depending on how they say it, I'll say, well, so do you use it? Or, so I just kind of get a little bit more information before I drop the doTERRA word. But generally, really, the doTERRA word is not a bad word. You just drop doTERRA and they either heard of it and they haven't heard of it. And I goes, okay, I know you're working, because she's working, right? I'm talking to her while she's working. Hey guys, I know you're working. So give me your number and I'll call you later. Is that okay? Give me her, I mean, if it's okay, she couldn't give me her number. She gave me her number. I call her up later. In fact, today, yesterday I bought a car. I went in to the finance guy, right? Now he's a guy. I'm thinking, oh, what's the chance he's gonna heard of essential oils? He has a diffuser. I goes, get out, you have a diffuser? So what kind of oils you got? You heard of doTERRA, right? He goes, well, yeah, I think I bought some from doTERRA, and I goes, so I just kind of like started having a conversation, and I goes, okay, well, I know you're working, right? So here, I always carry a piece of, I have a pad. Where's my pad? I have this notepad. I take it everywhere I go with a pencil. I open it up. I wrote down his name and his number. And then this is also my log for something else I log. And then I called, seriously, yesterday I bought a car. Today I called him up and I just signed him up. He got a healthy habit kit and he bought a whole pile of other stuff. Okay. Now he's a finance manager. Now there's a sales guy there who actually sold me the car. I'm asking him, he knows Aisha. They went to school together. I guess he just bought oils from her. So, I goes, okay, good. So, I mean, seriously, no matter who I'm talking to, I want to know, one, do you know about essential oils? And two, do you know about doTERRA? And then, I met somebody at Star Noodle because I was getting food over there. Oh man, that was so good. I asked her, hey, you heard about essential oils? Seriously, it's the same thing. She goes, yeah. And I goes, okay, well, what do you know? She goes, well, I'm in Young Living. I goes, oh, you're on the dark side. I better bring you to the light. She started laughing, right? Well, of course, she never gave me her number, but, we were just laughing, just playing around, I mean, that's all it is. I mean, it's just like, I mean, they either know about essential, how many people don't know? I would say 90% of the people I asked, they never heard of. In fact, my tenant, Hector, he was on the call yesterday. He's my uncle's tenant in California. Called him up about something else with his lease and asked him if he knew about essential oils. He ended up signing up. I sent him the Lisa Zimmer trifold. The very next day I called him back to follow up on something with the rental. And he signed up with a big bottle kit, bought the 3 extra bottles of the top 13 oils, plus all the deep blues that we got. And came on the Zoom call that Jai, the king of EO 101, I mean, and he like even asked the question. So I mean, seriously, and I think what really started the excitement for me is like the yeses, right? I mean, we always like get yeses, right? So that's what I love about Lisa Zimmer and her 60-second thing is like, just ask them, you know, hey, it's really easy to get started. Only like 15 minutes. Here, I can just pull up my computer. Let's just get you started. We can get you started with a small bottle kit that has things for pain that you were talking about, digestion that you were talking about, you know, and just kind of list the things. And then, or the big bottle kit. But I goes, if you get the big bottle kit, I recommend you get 3 of the other oils, you know, frankincense, or oregano and tea tree to complete the top 13 set, right? And then I emailed them the make and take, not the make and take, but the trifold. They get to see the oils, the thing, bam, 15 minutes later, they're signed up, one of those. It's just really saying, oh, and then your friends and your family, okay? So this is how Eric Worre started it out. So your friends and your family, what you say to them is, hey, can you just support me in my business by just buying a kit? You know what I mean? And then, hey, you know what? There's a lot to learn about it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to educate you. I'm going to put you in our Facebook group. And I goes, you know, the big bottle kit, the small bottle kit. In fact, you know how many simple kits, you know, they're not really displayed, but the one with the deep blue rub. Okay, I'm a deep blue rub like proponent. Like I love deep blue rub and I love deep blue oil, but I cannot get a kit with both of those things in it. So if they're kind of like got pain, I definitely go for the simple solution, the simple kit that's like 70 points. I have them add the deep blue rub, that's 103, and bam, you got, you know, I mean, so I've enrolled probably 5 or 6 people with that kit, mostly because I have a conviction and they're in pain, right? I'm trying to get rid of their pain, and my pain got rid of it by deep blue rub and the oil. Like the deep blue rub doesn't do it for me, and the deep blue oil by itself doesn't do it for me. I need both of them. So anyway, that's kind of a little bit stuff that I do, but really I pretty much, you know, they're like, oil's great. Okay, well, let's get started. Pull up my account and I do it. I have not had success with the link. The link they tend to not do or whatever. So I just call them up, pull up my computer, I go, hey, I only need a couple things. Just give me your birthday, and then here, let's just go through this. It's only gonna take like 15 minutes. Seriously, they all pretty much start right away. Oh, the trifold. So Lisa Zimmer, in fact, she's having a sale right now. A lot of her stuff is like half price. She is turning 50 years old on 2/22/22 on a Tuesday. How Tuesday is that? So anyway, she's having this big sale. She's selling a lot of her stuff 40 to 60% off. I totally recommend her. I personally love her stuff, and I definitely love not having to sample. Sorry, I don't really like to sample. I've not had success. I've had a lot of success with the 60-second enrollment and just asking and just saying, hey, just, you know what, there's a lot to learn. Just get started. This is a simple kit, 15 minutes. We can just get it done. And then you can get your own account. You can get all kinds of free stuff, you know, with your account, and I'll help you every step of the way. I'm working on my good customer service, of course. And I'm gonna put you in our private Facebook group, which is our great community. And I goes, you know how hard it is to find community today, and nice kind of community, you know? So we all help each other. We all malama each other. And so, hey, you're gonna just get welcomed into the family. You'll be one of our oily sisters or brothers or whatever. I don't know, you know, just because our community is a selling point for me. That is a big reason why I am here today in this condition, which I'm not sure what you think this condition is like, but I'm like, I think I'm just really content with where I'm at, and I believe in the products, and I really want to help you. And if you eventually, hopefully will come, let me help you, get my natural solutions, not essential oils. Yeah, to me, we're getting a natural solutions in their home. And I have a testimony on that. So for me, my daughter in February of last year, she had a severe reaction to the MRI contrast drug. She woke up late at night the next day, her whole back full of what do you call that? Rash, full of rash, and her chest full of rash, crying because she was in so much itching pain. So I go to your regulars, right? Tea tree, lavender, I forget what else, frankincense. I don't know. I had 16 or so bottles of oil out, just trying to figure out what oil was going to help her. Who'd have thought it would have been myrrh? Okay, myrrh and frankincense and helichrysum. Okay, but I would have never thought of myrrh, but for some reason that came to my body. And really, I think it's just really listen to your body. It tells you what it needs or what they need. So it totally like reduced her itching, and then like a couple hours later, she started having a burning and pinning sensation. So again, going through the oils. So I am a big proponent of natural solutions in your home, because had that not been in my home, I don't know what I would have used, some kind of ointment or maybe chamomile. I don't know what kind of junk's in that. But I'm also a big proponent of having every single oil, because you don't know what oil. I mean, if you got just a regular plain old, lemon and tea tree and lavender, that wouldn't have helped my daughter. It wouldn't help. I mean, who buys myrrh? Well, outside of getting it for free, right, in December. But so I am a big proponent of that. So so I say use natural solutions, and you can use essential oils too, but really essential oils I think is limiting in their mindset, not ours, but theirs. So I think natural solution encompasses everything that we do. And I like to use that in people. In fact, I have another one. I called up my friend. I had two numbers, okay? The first one I called was the wrong number, okay? But the girl was so nice that I hung up the phone after that nice encounter, and I thought, oh, she was so nice. I think I'm gonna go call back and see if she knows about essential oils. So I literally called her back, okay? She didn't answer the first time, okay? And I thought, you know what? I'm gonna call again. I called her back the second time. She was nice still. I goes, hey, you know what? I'm sorry for bothering you. I know you're the wrong number, but you know what? I'm like, my mission is to bring natural solutions to everybody's house. And I really liked your spirit and everything. And I felt like I wanted to just call you back and see if you ever heard of natural solutions. And then we started talking. She sent me her picture. I got her number. We're gonna talk, so hey, everybody is on the even the wrong numbers that you get or that I made actually. Anyway, thanks for letting me share.
Oh my
Any
God.
questions? I don't know.
Oh my gosh, Adrienne. I don't know how you guys feel, but I feel like my big lesson is to get out of my own damn way and get out of my own damn head. Like, I'm going through every person. I just bought a car. Did I talk to them or the finance person about oils? No. Do I call and use the same pest control people for the last 10 years? Have I ever talked to them about oils? No. Like, so many of us, I know a lot of us are in a big sampling campaign right now, and which I think is going to be amazing. But like, do we really take advantage of every single person that we come into contact with? Every single opportunity, and not even like physical contact, right? In this case, just, so, I mean, that was so crazy inspiring for myself. And I'm going to guess a lot of people, if you didn't get to go read the comments, go, because Bernice said call wrong numbers. Kate says I'm going to be brave and talk to more people. And Amanda said that too. And you're talking about people who are outgoing and whose jobs are to talk to people, right? And we all get in our own way. And so it's so amazing. Miley said, thank you so much for sharing your story. It was enlightening and awesome. I learned so much from you. So much opportunity in front all of us. inspiring. Joy said, love your energy. Yeah, wow. I mean, seriously, raise your hand, whether it's in this or if you do what Adrienne does. Yeah. Oh my God. My mom does. Yes, she does. It drives my husband crazy when we're traveling though. Like, just because he's like, oh mom, and fine, me a little bit sometimes. But every single person, that is so inspiring. I seriously thank you so much for being willing to share. Now I want to just talk a little bit. Adrienne and I will talk about, or she'll run something by me to post about this landmark. Lisa Zimmer, all of those posts, those introductory posts in the business page and the customer page. So it's actually like a landing page, and you click on it and it takes you through 20 posts, both in the customer page and in the business page. Those are all Lisa Zimmer resources. So a lot of the things that Adrienne is talking about is linked in there already, including a link for her trifolds. Now, Nicole asked which ones. She has a bazillion. So I would caution you, if there are already a great price, even without a discount, but try not to go too crazy. Like, one that I highly recommend, and I'm pretty sure this is the one Adrienne's talking about, is the Living doTERRA Naturally. This is what I use. I don't have business cards. This is what I use. Talks about why doTERRA, what doTERRA is, talks about the top 10 oils, wellness kits, LLV, and then it shows them like 4 of the kits, and then has directions for them to enroll on the back. So this is one, I think it's normally $15. Maybe it's 20 now. This is one I highly recommend that everybody have, because now this is for new prospects. Although if you've enrolled somebody and they haven't gotten basic understanding, this is great. Now, a couple of the other ones that I use from them, I send to new customers that are enrolled, is the LLV. And I think for me, that's it. I have, but she has tons and tons and tons. So I think it's just lisazimmer.net. If you Google Lisa Zimmer, it will take you right to her webpage. Okay. But go check out the customer group, because believe it or not, and business group, because there's a ton of things that she has that are already linked there that you guys just have to take advantage of. The other thing that I send to all my people from her, and this is linked in our group, I think in the customer group, people can access it, is I have my oils now what? And then it's 2 pages of recipes. Okay, so everyone has access to this. You don't even have to buy that. You just have to go print it out. So any other things that popped up that we didn't? It is 9:01, so I want to honor everybody's time. But man, if that wasn't inspiring, if that wasn't like, we all, unless you are a hermit in your house and you literally have contact with no other human beings ever, we really don't have an excuse after listening to that. It's just who we're comfortable with talking to. And I'm going to tell you this, if you feel like you're in a rut or you're stuck or you're needing to generate more people, then probably the people on your names list are not people that you need to keep hounding and inviting. They're not interested yet. They might be later, but we have to be braver and bolder and willing to take risks and literally talk to everyone. And I love how simple Adrienne kept it. Like, do you use oils? Do you know about oils? I know you're working right now. Can I get your number? And collecting that contact, Ray says you rocked my world. Yeah, tonight. So yay you, Adrienne. All right, everybody, let's go ahead and take a quick team pick. That was seriously so inspiring. Now, Adrienne, I'm going to kind of put you to task though. In 3 to 5 months, we want you to come back and talk about how you have supported all those customers in the meantime. Because I think that that's the other missing part, right? It's great to enroll people, but what's the second enrollment in LRP look like? And what does that follow-up continuing ed so that your customers become lifelong customers look like as well? All right, everyone, let's go ahead and take a quick team pick. Thanks for turning on your camera if you can. Oh, yes, Maris. Thanks, Kay. Smile. And tomorrow night is our last lifestyle overview. Marissa does an incredible lifestyle overview. She does it twice a month. And tomorrow night at 8 o'clock, is it 8 o'clock, Marissa, or 7 o'clock? I should know this.
7:30, I think.
Oh,
Live.
right in the middle. At
Yeah.
7:30 is a membership overview. So if you have new customers that have not yet gotten educated about the benefits of their membership, definitely invite them to that. I'm sure Adrienne and Krista will be inviting their 16 people to that class tomorrow night. It is in the same Zoom room. Most things are probably going to be in the same Zoom room. If not, it's indicated on the community calendar, but the membership overview is indicated, is in the Zoom room tomorrow night at 7:30. All right, everyone. Thank you so much for showing up for yourselves, for your businesses, for your learning, for your education. And honestly, like Adrienne said, which I'm not going to lie, makes me emotional for this community. Because I know I say it all the time, and obviously it's easy since we're in it together, but we really, truly do have something special. And I appreciated tonight hearing how much all of us bring to each other and bring to people when they really need it. So thanks, Adrienne, for just laying it all out tonight. That was so great, and we're so grateful. Have a great night, everybody. We love you. Bye.
Mahalo, Adrienne. Thanks, Liza. Bye, Chris.